Okay, let's tell you a little bit about Samyang as a company. They've been making lenses since 1972, but mostly for other people. It's only the last few years they've started pushing their own brand. All their lenses are manual focus, and they're all prime lenses, no zoom lenses from Samyang. The video ones we've talked about in an earlier footage. We also do normal click stop aperture lenses for stills users. Because they don't have any electronics in them, they are not paying licensing. The new one is 16. This is the non-video version. I'm sure you can hear the clicks. Optically, the video versions to the non-video versions are exactly the same. It's just the bits I described here. This 16mm is designed to work with small sensor cameras, APS-C, or in the movie trade, Super 35, Super 16, the smaller sensors, and it works very well on those. It's an f2 or a T2.2 when bought in video. You can get that in Micro Four Thirds if you've got a Blackmagic, or you can get it Canon, Nikon, whatever mount you want. So we got 8, the invisible 14, 16, then we do a 24. This is the stills version again, hence the clicks and no grip. But it's a 24 1.4 in stills, and it's 1.5 when they actually measure it in video. That again is wide, but it doesn't give you almost no distortion from that. Then my personal favourite, the 35. That is designed for a full frame camera. So if used on a D600, D800 or EOS 5, it will give you 35. If used on a camera like that, it will give you a 50, which is one of the reasons it's our best seller, because a lot of APS-C users want a 50 and we don't yet do one. So if you buy a 35, it becomes a 50 because of the 1.5 crop factor. So that's a really good standard lens, either on a full frame or on an APS-C chip. It also gets the best reviews out of all the Samyangs. Whenever I've seen charts or lens testing of any description on that, they always say, yeah, that's pretty good, even at full aperture. And that was true yesterday in Birmingham when they tested it. They put it through what they described as their torture test, and this came out with flying colours. As did the 24, funnily enough, and the 85, which is the 6th one in the range at the moment. The 85 is again a 1.5 aperture, beautiful for portraits, crazy sharp. It's nearly as sharp as that. And extremely cheap as well. That's one of the cheapest lenses they do. It's 300 quid-ish, something like that, for an 85, 1.4, 1.5. Great lens for full frame. On the Blackmagics, it's a bit telephoto, to be honest, because the crop factor on those is 2.5, 2.8, depending on the lens, which makes this pretty serious telephoto. Does have some applications, but not for everybody. I've covered the Takina briefly. This one is aimed at Canon C series, so APS-C chips, or a camera like you've got there, and works beautifully. Not designed for full frame cameras because it will vignette about there to about there. You'll start seeing the lens creeping into the image because it's not designed for full frame. But boy, is this sharp. We tested this to destruction yesterday, and it's a very good lens. These aren't available in the country yet. We're expecting our delivery in the next couple of weeks, and that one is 30.